You might have heard of the law of attraction. It definitely has been getting more press over the past several decades. And you might be wondering first, what is it? And does it really work? And that's what we're here to explore today. Hi, my name is Tiffanie Kellog. I am being joined today by Kang Wei, who is going to help us with this law of attraction. Greeting.
Hi, Tiffany. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
We
Thank you.
are super excited to have you here with us today. It's morning for me. What time of day is it for you?
It's 15 minutes past 10 p.m.
So almost bedtime then.
Yes.
More power to you. I'm a morning person. The evenings are a little bit harder for
Right.
me. So we are so very excited to have you with us today. And if you're watching this live, feel free. If you have comments, thoughts, questions, put those in the chat. Scott gives us a hello. So we're super excited to have you watching, Scott. We just got done with the BNI WWDC meeting where we got to hang out with him. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the law of attraction. Does it really work?
Hmm.
So we know it's nighttime where you're at. Where in the world are you joining us from?
Malaysia,
In Malaysia. Gosh,
specifically Ipoh, where the city where Michelle Yeoh, who won the Oscar. Yeah.
nice, nice. Well, so Conway is a 10-year senior director consultant. So excited to have you joining us and a little bit about him. He was introduced to the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And that's where he learned that things happen, whether positive or negative, because of how we think and focus. He got himself certified as a law of attraction facilitator by the author of the law of attraction, Michael Lozier, in 2013. Then something
Hmm.
happened in 2014, which he will share with us later. I am dying to know. Since then, he's helped corporate companies and business owners to get the desire they want by applying law of attraction techniques. Now, in 2020, the pandemic, he was able to get more participants through Zoom online, where he has participants from all around the globe attending his programs. I actually ended up, for the US people, they'll get it. You had a program on Thanksgiving, which is usually a national holiday here. And I was like, oh, I've got the perfect time. I can join this while sitting in the car driving to the family. So it was perfect.
Hmm.
Many participants share about the miracle of good things happening after attending his workshop. One very recent one was a participant from South Africa, so again, across the globe. He managed to get a job as an assistant cruise director in 30 days. Now, he is married with two kids. He loves watching The Big Bang Theory. What's your like favorite Big Bang Theory
Uh,
character?
Sheldon,
Sheldon's
obviously.
your guy. Awesome. And what is something nobody knows about you?
Hmm. I can actually move my ears.
Oh yeah, are we going to
Yeah.
get a demonstration today?
I don't know if you can see it right now. It's moving.
I can see it. I can see it. That is awesome. So super glad to have you. We've got a bunch of people coming in on the comments. Kevin says hello.
Hi,
Um,
Kevin. Hi, Law Toxic. Yeah,
he's like,
Law
I know where he's from.
from
uh,
Malaysia.
so we're getting, oh, we got a hello from
Oh,
Hawaii,
from
which is
Hawaii. Aloha.
way early because I think it's like 4 a.m. there. So you've
Oh,
got some people that
wow.
are
Thank
here
you.
to see you. And Chihao says hello
Yeah, hi,
from Malaysia.
Chiao.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what is the law of attraction? What's it all about?
Law of attraction. Yeah, I think a lot of people have this thought. Does it really work? Yeah, I don't know. But my when I was introduced to law of attraction was 20 years ago by a good friend, also a accelerated learning founder, Dr. Thomas Sui. He introduced me a book called The Science of Getting Rich. I was fascinated with the book because it kept saying doing things in a certain way. And when he shared it with me, it's all about law of attraction. As a beginner, a lot of people also have these so-called challenges of using the law of attraction. They always say this when 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 they're getting something that they do not like, they will blame that the law of attraction is not working. And I'm also one of them. And that's the reason why. When Michael Logic came to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur to do a certification, I immediately signed up for the program, and I I I I, I never planned to become a facilitator for the law of attraction. All I wanted was to find out how this law of attraction works so that I can apply it in my own business.
Mm.
It's actually a learning center for young children. So what happened was a year later, in year 2014, I had a stroke,
Oh.
which resulted in my right side of my body paralyzed, and I was hospitalized for a week. And the part when I was told by a doctor that, like, hey, Kang Wei, you need to learn to sit up and sit on a wheelchair.
Mm.
Having this positive mindset, I, I I was actually having the thought that the moment I discharged from hospital, I'll be better, all this thing. And because my right side was paralyzed, I can still use my left side.
Mm.
Positively thinking of that until I sit up and sit on wheelchair. I realized my body was actually out of balance.
Mm.
Yeah. So that was the actual moment that this law of attraction came in. I was telling myself, I've learned the law of attraction. Why did not I apply it to myself? And that very moment, um, I put everything in, and I was also amazed, and it was like a miracle where I actually able to stand and walk a week, 2 weeks after I discharged from hospital, and I'm able to go back to BNI meeting in 4 months' time.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how powerful law of attraction works. Yes. So yeah. So for those out there who always have this thought, yeah, um, if you're getting something that you do not like, what I want to share is this: congratulations, you have actually perfected the law of attraction by getting the negative stuff.
Wait. You're saying the negative stuff is good?
Law
How's
of
that?
attraction works both ways. They give you negative and positive. Yeah, that's law of attraction. So the misconception is this: getting what we want, that means law of attraction is working. Getting something that we do not want, the law of attraction is not working. That is wrong. All right. You are getting negative because you are focusing on something that you do not want.
Mm.
So this is my common question I always ask is, Tiffany, don't think of an elephant. Don't think of an elephant. So what are you doing right now?
Of course, all you're doing is thinking of an elephant.
Absolutely. So when you're focusing on something that you do not want, so what law of attraction is doing? Manifest the thing that you're focusing on. Elephant. Yeah. So you are getting the result. You are getting result, but negative
Gotcha.
results.
Why is that?
Mm. Because law of attraction will not be able to help you to filter the negative and positive things. Yeah. So the best way is always like this. If you are not happy with what you are getting, we can actually reset it. So the reset button is this. Ask yourself this question. So what do I want? Yeah. So don't no if don't because we don't have any gadgets or device to scan, what we send out. So the only way is look at the result you're getting. If you're happy with it, congratulations, just keep doing that. If you're not happy with what you're getting, the reset button is so what do I want? So when you focus on what you want, you're actually putting the positive words. Yeah.
How do we
Mm.
if how do we kind of do an audit to see, do we need to hit the reset button or do we need to shift on what we're focusing on? How do we, what are some tips to really think about that?
Oh, great question. Great question. Um, the 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 thing is this, yeah. If you want to use or we want to deliberately use the law of attraction to start manifesting what we want, and we don't have to be stay positive all the time. What we need also the something that we do not like. we use a term called contrast. Contrast is something that we don't like. So when you're able to understand what you don't like, you will be able to focus on what you want, the clarity part. So we do need the contrast part, but it's always up to us to uh, reset, or how do we want to be positive. It is this, yeah. So law attraction, how law attraction work is they match our vibration, our vibe, our feeling, our mood. That's how they do it. So if you're not happy with certain things, most of the time what we do it because we are frustrated with it, so we start complaining.
Mm.
So when you are complaining, you are putting your energy, focus, and attention to something that you don't like. And what happens is that law of attraction will start manifesting it for you. So if you're not happy with what you want, simple. So just ask yourself, so what do I want? Hmm.
So can you give us an
So
example of how maybe a negative thought somebody has and how they've reset it to the positive so that they are actually getting what they want?
okay, good question. You have to be consciously aware of how you say or how you ask. If you're having these three vocab, the don't, not, and no, you are actually creating some negative focus. So you have to be consciously aware what you say. The moment you start using the word don't,
Mm.
so ask yourself, so what do I want? Yes. So that is how we start creating a habit of focusing on what we want. Mm,
Gotcha. Excellent. So let's check really
yeah.
quick on our comments and see what we've got happening here. See if we've got any questions. Yin Lee says hi to both of us.
Hi, Yandy.
Oh, this is a great one. You think it, it will come to you. And so it sounds like what you've been saying is if you think the negative, you may be encouraging that just as much as if you think the positive.
Mm. Thinking is just one part of it. Thinking is just one part of it. Yeah.
All right. And Nancy says hello
Mm.
from Kenya. So welcome, welcome.
Hi,
All
Nancy.
right. So what else can you share
Yeah.
with us to help make this work? What else do we need to do? And for those of you like waiting for him to give you all the answers, all the secrets, this is like a 15-20 minute video. So he's not giving you everything, but he will tell you at the end where to get more.
Something.
Yeah, we're just getting started. This is the Cliff Notes version or the tip top of
Yeah.
the iceberg. So give us the next thing or two to keep in consideration, and then we'll let you tell us how to learn more.
I'm sure if BNI members will understand this. When we create our 30 seconds presentation, how many of you still remember the word that says be specific? Specific is terrific. It is the same way of how we apply our law of attraction. You need to be specific of what you want. Yeah. So if you're if there are words that we cannot use, anyone, anybody, right? Eh, Everywhere we learn the same thing. Yeah. So it's the same with law of attraction. I want to be rich. So how rich you want to be? If you get extra dollars, is does that makes you rich? So be specific. It if I were to use my experience from my stroke recovery, um, it does sound positive in a way. If I say, I don't want to sit on a wheelchair, it sounds positive, right? I don't want to sit on a wheelchair,
But
but remember the
you
word
got
I
that don't
use.
in there,
So
huh?
right, correct. Yeah. So what do I want? I want to be able to walk again.
Mm.
I want to be able to go back to BNI meeting. Yeah. And I remember this when I was referred to a support group in Malaysia called NASAM. It's actually not a National Stroke Association of Malaysia. So I was we had this one-to-one session with physiotherapists, and they have this goal setting thing, and I was impressed with it because I'm ready. I'm ready for that. So the physiotherapist asked me, I'm going to ask you three goals, and we'll move forward to help you to achieve that. So I asked him, what's the first goal? I said, I want to go back to BNI meeting. And he was looking at me, BNI meeting? Yes. At that time, my speech was slur.
Mm.
I told you can go to bni.com, you can find out what's BNI. So, and then he asked me what's my second goal. I want to walk again. And he asked me why. Why you want to walk again? I said, I want to go back to BNI meeting. So when I asked me the third goal, I say, what's my third goal? I said, I want to drive again. Before he asked me the why, he gave me an answer. You want to go back to BNI meeting, right? I said, yes.
You're seeing a pattern here of this is the goal, this is the intention. I love it, love it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all about the focus that you want. It's the same thing. If you keep repeating uh, certain referrals that you're asking, and if you're not specific with it, your referral partners may not be able to connect to the referral that you're asking, right? So it is always good to sit down, list out what are the clients that you do not want, and focus on clients that you want. Yeah, it's the same thing. If you always keep saying, I don't want my clients who can't pay me, I don't want clients to ask for discount, you are getting all those.
And that's not what we're
Yeah.
looking for. And Nancy shared, specific is terrific. I always love that.
Mm.
And what I found, and maybe you can talk about this a little bit. I know there was this one point in time I was asking for a specific car dealership, and I asked in BNI every week for 5 weeks because it was a 5-week month. And I asked for that one car dealership. Now I never, ever, ever, ever got that car dealership as a client. However, I got referred to 5 other car dealerships that month. Wasn't the ideal client, but were really good clients. So the universe didn't exactly give me what I was looking for, but it was pretty close. How often do you find that to be
Mm.
true?
Yes, it happens. Yeah, that's law of attraction. Um, it's the same thing of how our referral partners connect to what we ask. Yeah. It also, so if it's the law of attraction also help us to connect to the desire that we are asking. Yeah. So I think this will be a good example for ladies out
Okay.
there, single ladies. If you're looking for a relationship, um, yeah, be specific. If you say I don't want my boyfriend to smoke,
Mm.
so what happened? So I want a boyfriend who is healthy, love doing workout, love going to gym, yeah, and I want someone who will always spend time, uh, go for holidays, yeah, dream holidays, dream destination, Mauritius,
Love it. Love it.
yeah.
So I love the example for the single ladies. That is just brilliant. I am curious, what would be some of your thoughts? What could be some of the things that we say or think that really apply to our BNI membership and creating success in BNI? So, what are some ways that we might use it to make our BNI membership even more beneficial?
I guess it's about having the right referral partners in the chapter. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, I always have this thought, if I can gather the whole of my chapter referral partners to come together and sit down, who you do not want in the chapter, we do not want in the chapter, and we list out to what we want the clarity. I think that will actually works. Um, Law of attraction works best when everyone's have the same focus. If it's in a company or in a chapter. But if we start complaining about certain members who
Mm.
are not able to deliver, right? So I love this open, honest communication, and I always love this part where positive, supportive attitude. If everyone needs to have feedback, yeah, everyone needs feedback. It's always best if we can just speak to the person and let them know, hey, I think you should be doing this. That will help you better to be in a business and something like that. Yeah. We can start with one person, but always the best result that we can start manifesting is everyone come together.
Mm.
Mm,
So this could be something that not only
yeah.
do we do this individually, but we do this with our entire chapter to help focus on here's
Yeah.
what we're focusing on. I guess if you're
Mm,
sitting here saying,
yes.
yeah, I can't bring visitors, then you're never going to bring visitors. So it needs to be, I am amazing at bringing visitors. We want to have that positive attitude, or I bring visitors
Correct.
every week, which I know one
So
member that actually
yeah,
does.
correct. It is also good when someone actually shares their contact sphere,
Mhm.
right? If everyone shares the contact sphere, everyone will know who you want and what specifically invite the person that you're looking for. Instead of drilling in the mind, who should I invite, who should I invite, most of the time, someone who is in the chapter for more than 5-10 years, they always says that, oh, I've invited everyone. But if everyone just can share their context with, it will really help. And that is also a part of law of attraction. Focus on what you want, who you want.
I love it. I love it. So I know there's so much more that you can share with us. However, we only have so much time for these videos. So if people are looking to find you, to chat with you, maybe even just if they wanted to say hello to you, what,
Yes, Hui Kun. We have Hui Kun here. Hi, Hui Kun.
what is the best way for people to get in touch with you, to learn more about you, to learn more about what you offer?
Right now, my website is in the process of completing. The best way is Facebook. Use the Facebook page called Law Attraction Global. Yeah. If you can't find me, there's another person called Chi Hao. Chi Hao will be the good connector for me. Or Yenny. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. And you have an event coming up in April. Is that correct?
Oh yes, we are this year we are back with a Zoom online session. We have it on April 15th and 16th, which is 8 p.m. Malaysia time. I believe this is one of the best time because we have tried different hours, and 8 p.m. Malaysia time is 8 a.m. in America, right? In Europe is like afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah. So evening for you, morning for those of us in the States, and middle of the day in between. So that's a good time frame.
Yes.
Well, as we begin to wrap up this idea of law of attraction, does it really work? What are your closing thoughts or recommendations that you want to leave the viewing audience with?
You don't get what you want. You get what you vibrate.
Mm,
Your feelings. You have to ensure that your feelings and how you say it is congruent. Mm. So believe in what you want. It will happen.
excellent. I love that. And apparently, I am not the only one that loves the law of attraction. So, absolutely amazing, absolutely phenomenal. I want to say thank you so much for being here today, for sharing with us. Thanks everybody that was watching live and commented. We will be off next week, so no BNI talks the first week of April, but we will be back April 10th. I'm going to be joined by another one of my fellow WWDC members. You can always go to facebook.com/Tiffanie Speaks/events and find all the upcoming live feeds. And we have one last comment to wrap us up. I'm not sure who this was. My apologies. Facebook sometimes shows us, sometimes don't. Brilliant stuff. Kang Wei is the master of law of attraction. Congrats, and I'm a good host. Thanks. So,
Tiffany is just the best host. Yes.
well, thank you everybody so much. We look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you again. Thank you, Kang Wei, for your time being here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
Happy
Vui
networking, y'all.
Kun. Ni hao, Yan Yi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.